Just over 5 hours away from the kickoff of the 2023 NRL season. It all begins tonight at CommBank Stadium with Parramatta taking on the Melbourne Storm. It's the first outing for the 17-team format, with the Dolphins to make their debut in the competition against the Roosters on Sunday afternoon. Ahead of the opening game of the season, I'm joined by one of Werris Creek's favourite sons, the great Eels forward Peter Wynn joins me from Parramatta. Peter Wynn, great to see you. Big game for the Eels tonight at CommBank against Melbourne. How do you see it going?
Hey, Kieran, I'm flattered to be able to show you this jersey and to talk to a Parramatta supporter, as I know you are. And thanks for the mention of Werris Creek. It's a long way from Parramatta, I can tell you. But, yeah, the big game tonight, I'm that excited. I think everybody's hanging out for the start of the NRL season. It was such an amazing finish last year with Parramatta making the grand final against the Storm. So they're into their next game after that event, and hopefully we'll get the chocolates tonight.
Yeah, how impressed were you in the Eels making it all the way to the grand final last year?
Oh, that was amazing. What a great run they had, and to get to the... I suppose it's not a good thing to be the second best in the competition, but it certainly was an achievement, that run they had, knocking off the Cowboys a week out from the grand final, and then to go into the grand final with a good chance. But unfortunately, they met a pretty hot side on the night, and I think the players will learn a lot from that. They say you've got to lose a grand final before you win one, so maybe it's our turn this year, Kieran. I'm hoping so anyway.
Yeah, I'm hoping so too. Do you think they can go one better in 2023? And from what you've seen, what do you think has to happen? Do the halves have to step up even more via the leadership of Moses? Or what's your thinking?
Well, I think, as I should think, the game's always won in the forwards. So if their forwards aim up and muscle up, and I really think they can lay the foundations for what should be a great season. Obviously, the backs do get all the accolades, but having played with the Eels for 12 years and had the likes of Peter Sterling, Brett Kenny, Nick Crone and Eric Growth, us four certainly made them look good, didn't we, in hindsight? But to be serious with you, I think the Eels are blooding a few players tonight. So I think, it'll give the coach a good opportunity to see what the new players are like. We've lost a few players from last year, in the likes of Reed Mahoney. Obviously, Shaun Lane's out injured, Ryan Matterson's not playing. So there's a few opportunities for players there. And I think, as you grow up as a player, you wait for the opportunities to come. And tonight, I really hope that these new players inside capitalise on their opportunity and perhaps lay the foundation for another great year for the Eels.
And you mentioned that you did play in that mighty era that won 3 straight premierships. What was it like?
Very fortunate to have come to Parramatta at the right time, I suppose. I think what I remember the most about is just what it meant to the fans. As much as it was very important to us as players, the fans, the Parramatta fans, they're tremendous. They love their players, they're very understanding. I suppose another word we can put in the dictionary to describe a Parramatta fan is they're very patient as well. I mean, 1986 is a long time ago, and I hope the Eels can come back and do something this year. But that was an awesome era. We're all still good mates too, Kieran. We get together, once a year and have a reunion. And don't so much slap each other on the back, but just talk about what we're doing in the modern day once our lives are passed on from rugby league. But yeah, very fortunate to rub shoulders with those blokes and play at the highest level with them.
Yeah, indeed. And as a fan, great to enjoy it. Now, the Panthers, they're hoping to do the same this year. What's your sense? Will they be able to achieve it?
Kieran, I was hoping you wouldn't mention that. I mean, we won 81, 82 and 83. And, of course, they're going for, 21, 22, 23. Yeah, well, what a challenge for them. I know we're the last side to do 3 in a row since the mighty St George side of the 60s, way back in 1966. So it's certainly an ornament that sits on our mantelpiece that we were able to win 3 premierships in a row under the great Jack Gibson. And I would have to say, from Penrith's point of view, they'll be certainly aiming to do that. And if they're good enough to do it, well, I'll certainly pat them on the back, because I know it took a lot of concentration, a lot of hard work, a lot of preparation, a lot of devoted players, a lot of devoted staff into the club to get Eels into that position where we were able to win the 3 premierships. So it'll take a big effort for Penrith to match us, but we'll just have to wait and see how the grand final evolves, whether they do get there again. And it would be amazing if Penrith did play the Eels in the grand final to determine whether or not they won their 3rd grand final. Don't you think, Kieran?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll get Andrew Clennell, he's out there. I'll get him to fix you up for that jersey. An extra large for me. Thanks, Peter. And all the best to the Eels this year.
You look nice in that, Kieran. Thank you, mate.